Thank you for watching Thew Talks. If you're looking for a good show to watch that's from 2024, look no further than The Penguin.
And wonder what will become of Gotham's most notorious family.
Despite its brilliance, in my opinion, the series is criminally under-advertised. In fact, I would go so far to say that The Penguin is the Breaking Bad of 2024. Yeah, it's that good. Because initially, I didn't think it would be great at all. So I waited until all the episodes were out before diving right in. And trust me, it was worth it. Those few weeks, all I saw on TikTok were the endless and countless praises, and how people were so excited that it's finally Sunday and they get to watch The Penguin. And they were so sad that next week there wouldn't be any more new episodes. Alright, that's enough praises. Now let's get to the spoiler part. You have been warned. So The Penguin, the show, picks up right after the events of the Batman 2022, starring Robert Pattinson. Yeah, that glowing vampire somehow became Batman. But anyways, Gotham City is now in complete chaos after Riddler's attack, which causes the Arkham River seawall to collapse, flooding parts of the city. The setting is a grim and gritty, with Gotham partially underwater, creating the perfect backdrop for a crime saga. I don't know why you would ever want to build a city that's below the sea level. I don't look at you, Netherlands. You're just one Riddler away from real-life Penguin. The show centers around a guy named Oswald Cobblepot, but we just call him Oz. And his rise to become a criminal mastermind and a mafia leader in Gotham City. Even though his name is Oz, some people, his haters, call him the Penguin because he walks a little funny and has a physical deformity. His foot's a little messed up, so he waddles back and forth a little when he walks. So the show is split into 3 parts. The first 3 episodes, episode 4, and then 5 to 8. The first 3 episodes is about Oz kills one of the top mob boss's son in a heated argument.
I knew you were a dirty soldier, skims money off the top.
And Oz has to deal with the consequence now. He has to hide the body and frame someone for doing it without the family finding out. And that family is the Falcone. He kills Alberto Falcone, son of Carmine Falcone. And he's trying to get with the sister, Sophia Falcone. I don't think that's a very smart idea, killing the brother of your loved interest. After Oz pops the man, he tries to deal with the body, and he runs into one of the show's favorites, Victor Aguilera, played by Renzi Feliz. Victor starts off as a timid character with a stutter, and evolves into a strong, loyal ally for Oz. The progression of the character is one of the shoutouts in the show. However, his acting at the start of the show is a little subpar because he doesn't actually have a stutter in real life. He is acting someone with a stutter, so he's trying to get in the shoe of someone with a disability. But season finale, his acting is great.
Victor Aguilar.
This is where they introduced one of the most beloved characters in the show, Sophia Falcone, played by Christy Molotti.
I know a place.
She is Alberto Falcone's sister. She just got released from Arkham Asylum, where she was incarcerated for the brutal murder of the 7 women by hanging them. She got released because of the seawall explosion, and during the chaos, they let a bunch of people go free. She's a fascinating and formidable character, seeking revenge and power. So Oz used to be the driver for Sophia Falcone, so that's how they know each other. During her long stay at the Arkham Asylum, her brother was the only person that consistently visited her every week. So it makes perfect sense that she's devastated now finding out that Alberto's now not only dead, but murdered. So she starts investigating, not knowing that one of her closest friends, Oz, is right next to her. So Oz, not wanting to be found out, he tries to frame Johnny Vitti for the murder of Alberto, but that was quickly dropped.
Someone in her own family.
How dare you with this shit? You walk.
And then in episode 3, Sophia figures that out. But before that, Sophia and Oz teams up trying to sell a powerful drug called Bliss. Bliss is a drug that they would give to Arkham Asylum prisoners to make them obey and feel good. So now she's trying to sell it into the public. So what could go wrong? Actually, a lot goes wrong. But we take a quick detour and goes to episode 4, where it's a flashback episode. Generally, flashback episodes are super tough to do because they can either be super powerful or be super bad. But in this case, it's done to perfection. It is a 10 out of 10. I can make a whole YouTube video on this episode alone and diagnosing what is going on and all the details that the director puts in. But the gist of it is a flashback episode for Sophia's trauma past and her memories through the Arkham Asylum. We learned that Carmine Falcone, Sophia's dad, was actually the true Hangman. He was responsible for Sophia's mother's death and the death of the other woman. Those deaths were first presumed as suicide, so no one questioned it. Sophia got a little too close to finding out the truth, so Carmine framed her for the murders and locked her up in the Arkham Asylum. And that's like only a quarter of the episode. The other part of the episode is where she is in the Arkham Asylum and how she's getting treated. She's going through psychological torture as well as physical torture. It is suspected that one of the psychologists is actually the Scarecrow. Sophia doesn't actually have a mental illness, but because they treated her like she does have a mental illness and the psychologist kept saying, you do, you're crazy, she eventually develops her own mental illness. Watching her downfall was just insane. And the last little part of the episode flashes forward into modern time where Sophia just found out that Oz is actually responsible for Alberto's death. So she invites the whole family over and kills everyone except for her niece Gia and Johnny Vitti. And then episode 5 through 8 is just the resolution of everything that's just happened. So in the season finale, due to Oz's cunning and ambition, Sophia gets tricked into returning to the Arkham Asylum, the one place she fears the most. And with Sophia out of the way, Oz fully embraces the role as the Gotham crime overlord, with a complete new penthouse chilling in the final scene and dancing with his mom. Oz also kills Vic because Vic now knows too much, and has a saying that family makes people weak. My final thoughts on the show. The Penguin's a masterpiece that deserves far more recognition than it currently has. It is a gripping, well-crafted show that falls perfectly between the two Batman releases. It is a character-driven storytelling rivals some of the best drama that television has to offer. I'll give this 9.5 out of 10 because the start is a little slow, but it's a must-watch on HBO. Don't miss it.